Hello, I would explain what this video consists of, but if you can see, then it's very self-explanatory. I don't really feel like I gotta get into detail, but I was sitting here thinking about how when I was in, what grade was that? I think I was in 6th grade. I was learning something in science. It had something to do with the sun and the earth and whatever. And I was writing and I was like, Mr. Blank, that was my teacher, Mr. Blank. Well, that's not his name, but Mr. Blank, he's teaching me about this, and that, but I don't believe it because God did this. And I'm not saying God not real, but I'm just trying to make a point of how heavily influenced I was when it came to like the Christian mentality or the Christian mindset that a lot of people are like really stuck in. And that's not to take away from, their own experiences with how whoever did what for them in their lives. It's not to take away from that, but it's just to really highlight how deep it goes. Because I literally was rejecting information that we're supposed to be learning in school. Like, I knew some shit didn't make sense because it didn't coincide. Like, I'm living this Christian lifestyle, or at least I'm trying to. I'm trying to understand the meaning behind Christianity, and I'm trying to understand just how to basically apply Christianity in the ways that I've seen it being applied to the adults that were in my life at the time. And then I go to school and I'm learning about the earth and all this extra shit. And I'm like, that shit is not real. That shit is fake. I'm rejecting the information that's coming from school itself. And that's just a crazy thing. I low-key want to look and see if I could find a little notebook that I was writing in. Because I seen this recently. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. But it just shows how different your life could be. Yeah, within a matter of years. Like, it's just so crazy. Because me now, like, I believe science way more than I believe the propaganda that Christians are trying to put out. And that's not to say that scientists be lying or scientists don't lie. It's just, I feel like their experiments or whatever it is that they've conducted, it has more proof backed up behind it than the things that I'm hearing from Christians themselves. And like I said, it's not to discredit what they have going on. It's not. Like, I understand a lot of people got to do what they got to do in order to live this life. I admire the different perspectives or the different mindsets when it comes to like faith-based things, because I feel like it just shows how cool the world could be. Like, for real. It really shows how different things could occur, how many perspectives could all lead to the same thing, or how different outcomes could mean something to somebody. And just different people. I just like the idea of variety. I really do. Because I feel like if we're all on this bitch to just live the same life, like, it's boring. It is so boring. And I feel like a lot of people are striving to literally live or mimic somebody else's lifestyle. That is so boring. That is so fucking boring to me. And I don't know, I could really appreciate when somebody has a different perspective for me to kind of view a situation from, because I feel like it's easy now, probably not in the past, but it's much easier now for me to be able to not just look at something from my perspective, but to be able to look at something from a different angle, or to be able to try and backtrack a little and see if I could, kind of understand where they're coming from. I feel like that's probably the best thing, or the best trait or function that you can have as a human, to be able to see things from different perspectives. Yeah, I said all of that to say that it's just a crazy world out here. And I really do be wanting people to understand things don't have to be viewed from like a certain point or a certain perspective or just a certain mindset. Things don't have to be one way. There's so many outcomes that any situation could go. There's so many perspectives that any situation could have. There's so many things or turns or takes that anything could consist of. And I just think that is so fucking cool. That shit is so cool. And that also what just popped up in my head was thinking about my face. You know, I've always thought, I remember when I was younger, actually, I was like, dang, I wonder how I'm going to look when I'm older. Granted, I look the exact same. It's so crazy. But me being me now, I feel like this is why it's important that I have a relationship with myself, because if I did not have a relationship with myself, I will be relying on what other people think about me, how other people view me, or what other people want out of me, so that I could try and maintain something with that other person. But like I said, everybody has a different perspective, a different view of things. So because of that, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And then on the other end, I might just satisfy whoever, however, you know, perfectly according to however it is that whatever they have or whatever they need it needs to be satisfied, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's all about perspective. I feel like that's why we can't really sit here and rely on somebody else's word. Like, what do you get from it? What the fuck do you get from the situation? What made you feel the way that you feel? Which is why I feel like Christians cannot be sitting over here trying to force their religion on everybody. Like, we understand what it did for you, but I'm telling you what it did not do for me. You know, I'm telling you that I tried doing all of these things that you say you wanted me to do. I tried doing all these things that you said I should have did, and it didn't work. It didn't go the way that you said it went. And it's not even a matter of me thinking that, you know, some Christians are just lying. I feel like a lot of Christians are lying, actually. I do feel like that, and you can tell because of the way they handle it. And it's just the way that they don't allow questions to arise. They don't allow for you to be able to have a different perspective. But there's also some Christians out there who allows you to have different perspectives, and they understand, you know, everything is not for everybody. Those are the Christians I fuck with. Like the ones that can allow for life to just be and not try to force shit down people's throats. I love people that don't try and force things down other people's throats. Like, I love that. Yeah, it's just a matter of knowing what works for you and what does not work for you. And this is just life, period. That's what anything, like things that you wear, the way that you view yourself, the way you want to present yourself, your goals in life, you know, stuff like that, even your spirituality, all of that depends on you. All of that depends on the way that you are willing to actually go through something, the way that you're willing to actually put in effort behind things. Everybody don't have the capacity to be a Christian. Everybody don't have the tenacity to be a fucking Muslim. Everybody don't have the energy to just do all of these things that everybody is trying to persuade you to do. And I personally like to think if everybody is doing something, girl, I need to be like side-eyeing them, because if everybody is leaning towards one specific thing and there's other options, I literally get like something starts flashing for me, because not a lot of people are even stable enough to make decisions on their own. And I'm not trying to be, I don't know. This is just the honest truth. Like, it's a lot of people out there that it's just a bandwagon of people that are just doing things because it's what they think they're supposed to do, or that's what they see other people doing, or somebody is just simply telling them to do it, and then they're going with that. That's just what that is. So when everybody is leaning towards something, and I know not a lot of people are used to making decisions for themselves, that's when I kind of look and I'm suspicious of what the fuck is going on. Like this Group 7 shit on TikTok, I literally just seen a video of somebody saying that was just like an experiment for fascism. And basically a professor or something, it was called, dang, I forgot. It was some type of wave, third wave. It was a third wave experiment that a professor did. And he just basically did it to see who all will hop on a bandwagon. And I can't really get into the logistics of everything because I can't really explain it the way that it was explained to me. It's just know it clicked in my head, and I was like, damn. They were saying it's the same thing as this whole Group 7 thing on TikTok. And it's so crazy because I literally was on TikTok. I literally said, I'm about to, like, I'm denouncing Group 7, because I kept seeing that shit pop up on my For You page, and I'm like, I'm denouncing Group 7. It's too many people. I even went back to the origin of where Group 7 even came from. And it was 4.2 million people that liked that one specific video. The girl that created it, she made other pages for the other groups and stuff. But one thing for me is, don't be telling me I'm a part of a group and I don't know what the fuck this group consists of. Like, you could be sitting over here insulting me and I don't even know. You could be saying I'm something that I'm not and I don't even know. And they're just like, if you know, you know. I don't fucking know, though. I don't. Like, it's just, yeah, no. So I'm like, I'm denouncing Group 7. It's too many people over there. And usually when everybody is going one way, that's not a good thing. That is not a good fucking thing, because everybody don't have their head on right. Everybody's head is not on right. And all these people are not critical thinkers. All of these people are not people that you could trust. Like, hell nah. And I know it's not that deep, and I'm making it seem like it's a big situation, but hell the fuck no. Don't have me a part of no group. And I don't have no explanation of things. I don't have no description of what the fuck is going on. Like, no. So I'm saying I'm denouncing Group 7. Like, get this shit the fuck up off my For You page. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. Get that shit the fuck up off my page. I'm sorry. I kind of just went on a whole tangent, a whole rant. Yeah, no, if you made it to this part, like, I thank you for listening. I thank you for hearing me out if you did. Yeah, I hope you like my butterfly. I had already finished half of it a couple days ago, and I decided I was just going to record the other half. But yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's hanging up on my wall. Hope you like my butterfly. Yeah, thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.